Oh, wait. Good morning. We're going to wait for people to join. So if you're catching the replay, give us just a minute. It takes, I don't know why I think, I think Facebook comes on immediately, but YouTube takes a minute for the people to come on. And I see you're here. Hey guys. Let me plug my curling iron in. Is it supposed to be hot today again? Let me look at the weather in Alabama, North Alabama. Let's see if I'm going to die today. Probably so. Well, it's supposed to be 90 today. And then this week it goes to 93. So I'll die all week. But then next week it goes into the high 80s. So I'll be able to breathe next week. So I'll just hold my breath until next week. It's so crazy because, like, if you have a farm, you get me. But even if you don't have a farm, you get me. It's like you go outside and you work in your garden, or you go try to walk and you can't breathe and you're soaking wet. Then you come in and you're freezing cold in the air conditioning because you're soaking wet, and then you recover. And then you got to go back out there and you're soaking wet again. It's like I go through these stages where I have like at least 4 soakings a day. And by night, I can't even stand to smell myself. I stink so bad. And my hairdresser has been getting on to me. Judy, your hair is dry. You're washing it every day. I'm like, dude, she doesn't have a farm. I'm like, you have no clue. Like, I literally, if I do not wash my hair every day, it freaking stinks. I have alpacas biting my hair. I'm laying in the ground. I have dirt. I have sweat. Like, I try to wash my hair every other day, but it is almost the impossible. But I will tell you, this right here, now I don't get paid for this. I'm just telling y'all advice. But it's a 10. It's called Light for you grease bombs like me that have Cynthia hair. This is great for Cynthia hair because it doesn't leave you a grease bomb, and it's leave-in conditioner, and it works fantastic. And it doesn't like flop your hair. But if you have thick, beautiful hair, you can use the regular. You don't have to get the Light. But this works really, really good for cheese ball Cynthia hair. Okay, maybe since I said Cynthia hair, I have a lot of new followers. And sometimes I wish, like, when I saw a number of people that join us live in the mornings, I wish I could see you by name so that, like, I know if there's new people, but I never know if we have new people in the morning. And I realize for someone new, they feel disconnected because they're like, Cynthia hair, what is she talking about? Like, you feel disconnected. So oftentimes, I can't remember her name, Miller. There's a follower. I don't know why I can't think of her name. Miles Miller. It's either she or he. I'm not sure who Miles Miller is, but they often send me messages and go, Judy, don't forget to update your slang words. And I'm like, thank you for reminding me, because as my page grows, and I will tell you, this year, I was seeing a post from just a month ago on Facebook, and I had like 30,000, and now I have almost 83,000. So we have a big gap of new people that have no clue who I am, and they're trying to learn, what is a backup dancer? What is Cynthia hair? What is she talking about? Wait a minute, she drinks vodka in the morning. I'm not watching her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a disconnect. And it takes, sometimes people, it's like you watching a new TV show, or you go watch a new YouTube channel, and it takes a minute for you to get to know the person. And a lot of times you watch one video and you begin to judge a person, and you're like, oh, I ain't watching this jackleg. What? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not watching. See, jackleg. You don't know what a jackleg is. Anyway, so I always tell you, creators work so hard. I'm telling you, creators work so hard. And for me, like I was talking to Kayla about this, is I'm trying to find balance with having a farm, being a wife, and y'all get me because y'all go through the same thing, but having a farm, being a wife, being a stepdaughter to Larry, trying to be on social media, trying to have friendships, trying to have, be open to the public. And sometimes it feels so overwhelming. And sometimes I find it difficult being on social media, having friendships. And I'll tell you why. So, in the past year or two, since I've been on social media, I have lost several friends, like friends that I have been friends with for a long, long time. I have lost friendships because what happens is people that really know me, like if you just visit my page and you don't talk to me on text messages or you don't talk to me on the phone, you're not as judgmental. But for someone that knows me, that talks to me on the telephone, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes those friends begin to judge everything that I post. Oh, I can tell Judy is so depressed today. Or Judy's posting and she's talking about me. She's literally like, if I say opinions don't matter, oh, she's talking about my opinion. Like people assume that know me. They assume they know me so well that they can say anything to me, or they can tell me what they think about what I posted, and it wears me out. And then the next thing you know, our friendship's busted up because they assumed I was talking about them in a post, or they assume that they know what I'm thinking, or they assume it just sometimes being on social media becomes overwhelming. And I sometimes want to go into this bubble and not talk to anyone, because I'm like, can someone just like sometimes, like really good friends that see me in person, like that live by me or whatever, sometimes I want to block them on social media because again, all these assumptions come on me because they think they know me so well that they know what I'm saying or what I'm posting is about such and such. And I'm like, no, I wasn't talking about you. like it just sometimes it just feels overwhelming. And sometimes it's just like, I feel like I just need to be on my own. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know how you have those friends that literally wear you out? You know what I'm talking about? Like, that wear you out. It's like sometimes, like, I have this friend that I talk to once every 6 months. And when we talk, it's like we've never lost, like we haven't gone 6 months without talking. And we're not going 6 months without talking because we're not friends. It's just she has a family, she works full time. I have a family, I work full time. And it's like we don't always have 15, 20, 30 minutes to an hour to talk on the phone. But she's not mad at me and I'm not mad at her. And as soon as we pick up the phone and call each other, it's like we've never gone 6 months without talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have friends like that you're just like, oh my gosh, like a childhood friend that you don't talk to all the time, and then all of a sudden you talk to him and you're like, you don't miss a beat? that's it's just it sometimes it just gets overwhelming. And just uh like sometimes when I do my mental health talks in the morning, I had this friend that I've been friends with my whole entire life, and I spoke on a topic, and she automatically assumed that I was spilling her business on social media. And I'm like, where'd that come from? Like, that, are you kidding me? Like, but she assumed that the whole entire hour that I was talking was about her. And I was like, no, no. Actually, one of my followers asked me to speak on the topic, so I did. It's just like, it's just hard. It's just hard to be on social media and like, because everything that you post, here comes the opinions. But it's my fault because I'm the one that puts my life on social media. So when you do that, you have to be prepared to get all these different comments. And like, I saw I went to Darren Knight's house. Darren Knight's a comedian here in Alabama. He's a big comedian. He has like 1 million followers, and Red Squirrel is always with him. And Red Squirrel has a big following. She has almost 1 million followers. And she had on this shirt that says, "I'm not for everyone." And I was like, I need that shirt. I need that shirt because I'm not for everyone. Like, I'm a morning person. Kayla and I were in the car yesterday traveling to Mississippi, and I said, as a creator, when I look at my numbers on my lives, I told y'all I make like less than $10 on my lives. And I talk to other creators and they're like, "Oh, I make $800 on my live." I'm like, "Lord, I make $750." You know what I'm saying? And it's like, sometimes when you're a creator, you're like, wow, they're making $800. I'm making $7.50. What's wrong with me? Maybe I should not go live, because you begin to, how you try to, let's see, when your friends are successful, you feel like, what's wrong with me? I make $7.50. And it's like, do I need to quit talking about mental health? Do I need to change my time? Do I need, like, you start thinking, because social media becomes a business, because it helps pay your feed bill and it helps grow your farm. And it's like, you sit here and try to strategize. Okay, I need to quit talking about, I'm the only farm that talks about mental health. Like, I just need to stop, because people don't care. People don't get up at 7 o'clock, want to watch someone live at 7 o'clock in the morning. People, and it's like, then I had to slap myself in the face and go, it ain't about the money. It's not how many people are on my lives, Judy. That's not what it's all about. It's not about making $800 on your live. It's about making a difference in someone's life. It's not about $1. It's about, oh Lord, it's about making a difference. And I would rather have 100 people on here on my lives, and me, or people be able to relate to me. I'd rather have a small group and make $7.50 versus having, hey.
Damn it, Kayla.
I love Chris. That was so funny. But I would rather have 100 people at 7 o'clock in the morning, and know, because here, when we're at 7 o'clock live, the crazies are not here. We don't get a bunch of spammers. We don't get crazy comments. At 7 o'clock in the morning, we're here to learn. We're here to talk. We're here to go, I need help. I need help getting on the right bus because I'm on the struggle bus. That's what it is about. But listen, I'm a human being. I'm a human being. And sometimes we as human beings get caught up in a dollar figure or a number. It's normal for us to do that. It's normal. But what makes you healthy is to remember your mission. I'm not here for a number. I'm not here for a dollar figure. I'm here to make a difference. And so a lot of times I have to remind myself of that because I forget. And just like you, sometimes you might forget what you're here for. You know what I mean? You might forget what you're here for. And sometimes you're not going to get clarification that you're here for that reason because you're not making money or you don't have so many numbers and you forget because we are of the world. We think of worldly things. We think of a dollar figure. We think of, I got to be better. I got to have recognition. That is our nature as human beings, to get recognition, to know we're doing a good job. And sometimes we think we're doing a good job because we look at a number or we look at a dollar figure. And that's not what God has put me here for. And I constantly have to be reminded of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'm sure if you work or you're at home trying to figure out your purpose in life, you're the same way because we are human beings. And oftentimes, being on social media, when people start telling me their opinion and they assume different things, it brings me down. Judy, I was concerned about you. I watched your video and I'm concerned about you. Don't be. Don't be. Don't be. Sometimes when I do something that you don't like, it's okay. You don't have to like everything I do. I don't have to like everything you do. But at the end of the day, I have to learn on my own, right? You can tell me all day long, Judy, you shouldn't be going live at 7:00 because your numbers straight up like let's say that I have a market. No, let's say that I have a manager and the manager's trying to move me to make more money. Let's just say, and she's like, Judy, 7:00's not working for you. 7:00's not working for you because you're making $7.50. And this money person is looking after the best interest of me financially. But see, that's not what my mission is. My mission, I'm a nonprofit. I'm not trying to get rich. It was really funny. I'm not getting ready because I'm preaching and I have nothing to do today. So I really don't have to put on makeup and get ready. So listen to me. So I don't know if y'all saw, but there was a post of me posting a picture of Shishi. And Shishi is she's been winging her piglets. She is sick of nursing. She is ready to go back to Freddie and boyfriend and have a normal life. She's so ready to get rid of her. I mean, I think she likes being a mom, but can you imagine y'all seen the videos of the piglets nursing? Like, she's sick of it. She's ready for them to go. And I posted a picture. And then this lady began to say, let's see. I'm not going to quote off the top of my head. I'm going to go straight to the post and read to you what she said. And this will give you an example because I want you may not be on social media, but you can relate to me for people telling you opinions about what you do. So just bear with me and be able to relate to me. Because even though you're not on social media, people give you their opinions. They tell you what they think of you or what you're doing or whatever. Let me find the post. Man, I post a lot. Let's see. I hope I can find it. Here it is. I posted this picture of Shishi and I said, she's ready to free range again and get rid of these kids. LOL. And the lady said to me, if I can find her response. Okay. No, this is not good English. So bear with me. That period, woman period, love give away all early baby pigs disagree. That period. She loves money period. Steal from people. And I was like, I steal from people and I love money. And I thought for a second she loved not know her Aunt Judy. So I thought I would just show you for a minute how, and I, again, please relate to me in the way you need to. But okay, let's break this down. Let's break it down. That woman love give away all early baby pigs. Disagree. Okay. I'm assuming what she's talking about is the baby pig that I gave away. I say gave away. I let the little girl that lost her best friend raise the piglet. So she didn't like that. She didn't like that I let Daisy, which is the baby pig, go to that little girl that's raised pigs before. I let this little girl that lost her best friend, had been to a funeral that I think she's 13 years old or 12 years old. I let the one week old piglet go to this little girl for comfort. So she disagreed with that. Oh, that's okay. Not everyone is going to agree with me for letting the piglet go to someone else for the week. I get that. You don't have to agree with me. Okay. I was looking after, I knew the piglet was going to be taken care of because I knew the family. I've known the family for a long time. The family has pigs. The family has raised piglets themselves. So I knew the piglet was going to be fine. Keep in mind, at the time that I gave the piglet to her, I was going with the assumption of the same thing was going to happen with her babies with Shishi that happened last time, meaning 4 baby pigs died because Shishi sat on them last year. So I was like, okay, this piglet is better off with this little girl that can comfort her during her loss because she may sit on them and kill them, and I'm going to have to raise them. And in my head, I'm like, okay, she's had 7 piglets. Shane and I are going to have to raise these piglets ourselves, or either they're going to die because she's going to sit on them. So I made the choice to let this piglet go with this little girl for comfort because of that reason. Okay. So that's why I did what I did. Okay. So she disagreed with me, which is fine. She loved money. She loved money. And she loved money, period. Steal from people. Oh my gosh. Okay. So she had 7 piglets. Piglets go, usually you can get $100 to $150 a piglet. So let's see how much that is. 150 times 7. Okay, so I could have sold these piglets for $150 and I could have made $1,050 off the piglets. Okay? And she's saying I'm stealing from people and I love money. Okay, the first piglet was donated to the little girl. So I made $0. Okay. The second and third piglet that went next went to a family. And the first time I told them just to make a donation. Okay. And if that person's watching me, laugh with me. Okay. So the second piglet, I said, just make a donation. I'm a nonprofit firm. Okay. I'm not joking. That man brought me his change. Okay. He brought change out of his pocket. Okay. All right. So I can't remember how much it was. I'm going to say it was $50. It was a lot of change, but he sells eggs and all he had was change. So he brought me change. Okay. The third piglet, they donated $100. So I have 3 piglets and I've made $100. Okay. Back up. I had 5 male piglets. I called the vet to my farm, which cost $100 to pull in the driveway, and I paid $40 per pig to have them fixed. So I had 5 male piglets. What is that? 5 times 4. I paid, let's see, it cost $100 to pull in the driveway, $40 times 5. So I paid $200 out of my pocket to fix the male pigs. And then it cost me $100 to pull in the driveway. So I'm negative $300 for having the vet come farm check my baby piglets to make sure everybody's okay and have them fixed. But I love money and I'm stealing from people. Let's keep going. So there's 3 piglets. The 4th piglet and the 5th piglet were donated to a farm. I got $0. The piglet that Megan and Ellie got, I donated the piglet to Ellie and Megan, and Kayla and I drove 4.5 hours to Mississippi to meet them. So I spent roughly $100 in gas, $50 to feed Kayla, her daughter, and I. On top of, you ready for this? On top of going to PetSmart and buying LE and Megan this cute harness and a cute little lead rope for the baby, and that was $97. Okay? But I'm after money and I steal from people. Do you see how opinions attack me? And I'm probably fixed to make this girl mad, but I'm not going to mention names. Yesterday, Kayla and I posted this funny video of we were pulling out, doing on the road again. We weren't even on the highway, okay? We were coming from, we had stopped at a gas station, and she said, because we had stopped to get gas and use the bathroom, and she goes, on the road again. I said, oh, let's do a video. So we weren't even on the highway. We were at the gas station. And understand, when you do a video, it looks like Kayla and I are having the time of our life, and we dance for 0.2 seconds, okay? And we're griping about men, okay? But for 0.2 seconds, we're dancing, and we play on the road again. Well, I get this text message, long text message about, you're going to go to jail for I care about you and you're going to jail for texting and or playing a video, dancing and driving. I'm like, I wasn't even driving. So I responded, I wasn't driving. She said, clearly you were driving. Kayla drove the whole way to Mississippi and the whole way back to Mississippi, and we weren't on the road. We literally were in it. We were literally pulling out of a gas station, okay? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, do you understand? And I'm like, and I take that for myself. I'm saying, I wasn't driving. Clearly you were driving. Well, dude, do you want me to send you the video again? You can see the steering wheel. And then, like, if I toast a video and people think that I'm on the highway, and I'm like, you have no clue where I am when I'm doing this video. Like, no clue. But when you're on social media, and even if you're not on social media, people form opinions about you. They think they know what they're talking about. And they watch a 15-second reel, and they begin to evaluate everything that you're doing. And I post a video of my piglets, and I get assumed that I'm stealing from people. I'm stealing from people, And I'm stealing from people and I love money. Seriously. I tell new people that come to my page or another creator's page, you need to give us 30 days before you start forming opinions. And sometimes, a lot of times, people form opinions that have been following me for years. They form opinions and then they send me messages about their opinion. And I'm sure you guys get the same thing. You get it from your family. They form opinions about what you're doing or where you live or where you moved or they form opinions about what you do. And sometimes, as a human being, it can drown you. When people call you fat, when people say you're too skinny, when people say you're too bulky, or people say you need to work out, you don't take care of yourself, and people start throwing all your kids, your family, they start telling you what they think you need to hear. I'm here to tell you the only person that you should be talking to is the Lord above. And when you are, let's just say, a Christian, okay? If you're not a Christian, you're still welcome here. Just bear with me for a minute. But as a Christian person, it is important for you to constantly check yourself. In other words, am I speaking this pleasurable to the Lord? Am I doing what's pleasurable to the Lord? Is my thought process of what I just posted, is it something that's pleasing to God? That is what we have to constantly check ourselves, because we are human beings and we constantly screw up. We are notorious for screwing up because we were all born sinners, right? But where you become the best version of yourself, which is what we talk about in the mornings, being the best version of you. Being healthy is constantly checking yourself. Am I okay physically? Am I okay mentally? Am I okay spiritually? Am I okay emotionally? Am I in check? What do I need to work on? Because you constantly need to work on yourself. Okay? And what happens is when people start assuming and throwing their opinion on you, you begin to lose friends. You begin to lose family because they have no clue what they're talking about, but they care about you. Oh, I care about you, so I'm coming to you as a friend to tell you this. Because, see, okay, stop for just a minute. When you begin to play the role of God, you're going to find yourself without a friend, you're going to find yourself all alone. When you begin to play the role of God and begin to tell people they're going to hell or they're sinning or they're going to get sued or they're going to do this or I care about, the second that happens, you're going to find yourself in jail. In jail as I don't mean actual jail, but you're going to find yourself all alone. When you're a know-it-all, and then you begin to do this to your family, even if your family does things that you don't agree with, that's going to happen. That is normal. We are different. We're different. All of us are different. But when you find yourself casting casting conviction on other people because you're concerned, you're going to find yourself all alone. And you're going to find yourself with people not liking you, and you're going to find yourself in a hole. Well, my sister doesn't talk to me. Well, she blocked me, because you're telling people your opinion. You're trying to play the role of God. Okay, let God, if I'm doing something that is not good, okay, if I feel a certain way and you do not agree with me, pray for me. Pray that God will convict me. That's what you need to do. Pray that God will convict me of my sin. But when you start throwing your opinions on people and start, it just you become a snothead, okay? You become a total snothead when you start doing that to people. When you're on other people's social media and you're like, oh my gosh, they are a train wreck. They sleep till noon. They don't know how to take care of their animals. They are a train wreck. And you begin to comment, you are a train wreck. I am fixing to quit following you because you don't take your water troughs are terrible. Stop. Take a breath. Take a breath. Because you are on someone's page and you see that there's green crap in their water trough and you're going to go, I am not following them anymore. Okay, stop for just a minute, take a breath, and pause. 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 Take a breath, breathe, go walk around for 10 minutes, collect your thoughts before you start talking. Collect your thoughts. And if the person that you're following, you're like, I just can't, I don't agree with them. It's okay. It's okay for you to have that opinion. Just politely unfollow them. Don't cast your opinion and then unfollow them, because then you've created a big fight. Just go, okay, I'm watching this creator. They have a big following them. I don't agree with the way they did this with their animal. And I just can't watch them anymore. I've been watching them and they're just not for me. That is okay. I need the shirt that says I'm not for everyone. We're creators or friends or family. You're not for everyone. I need her shirt. Because it's like you're not, just politely go, I just need to unfollow them. I need a break. I just need a break from them. It's okay. It is okay. But when you start going, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I just need to tell you this. You are playing the role of God. If you love me so much, pray for me. Don't try to convict me. Just pray for me. I need it. I screw up all the time. I screw up all the time, And it's okay. Like, we're screw ups. Okay, let me stop for just a minute and tell you something. I need to give you my slang terms. I call this my vodka. Does that mean there is vodka in my water? No. I don't drink. I don't even drink champagne. I don't drink wine. I don't drink alcohol, period. Neither does Shane. I call this vodka because I'm a silly person. I am silly as silly can be. And I used to drink Coke Zeros every single day. I was a big Coke Zero drinker. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that. And I was getting convicted left and right about drinking. Actually, I was getting people's opinion that I don't know if you die from drinking aspartame. I'm not really sure. But people started telling me, you have got to quit drinking Coke Zero. And I'm like, y'all are crazy. Like, if the worst thing I do is drink a Coke Zero, oh my gosh. But you know what? Part of me being in balance is being disciplined. being disciplined is so freaking hard. It's awful. And so I decided to challenge myself and go, okay, I'll give up Coke Zeros. This Wednesday will be 21 days. It takes 21 days to make a habit. I needed to prove to myself that I could do it because I was addicted to Coke Zeros. Okay, let's talk about addiction. Can you give up something you're addicted to? Whether it be something bad, as in like alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, Coke Zeros, chocolate, uh, exercise, it can be obsessive, whatever you're obsessed with. And like, you're like, I mean, I feel like the Coke Zero thing was stupid personally, but can you be so disciplined that you give up something that you're addicted to? I don't care if it's picking your teeth with a toothpick. Can you give it up? Can you give it up? It is freaking hard as crap for me to give up Coke Zero. I was in the drive-thru yesterday because Shane was like, "Will you stop and get us a salad at Zaxby's?" I said, "Yeah." I pull up to the speaker to order my food, and y'all know I'm obsessed with peach flavor. I'm totally obsessed with peach flavor. Okay. And at the drive-thru, I took a picture of it and sent it to my friend Jane because it said Coke Zero peach flavor. I'm like, are you flipping kidding me? These almost like a temptation. I'm like, I'm just trying to drink water. I'm trying to drink vodka every day, okay? I'm trying to give up Coke Zeros. And I pull in the Zaxby's line, and there it is. Order Coke Zero peach flavor, brand new. And I'm like, dear Jesus, really? Like, really? And I wanted to order it and just lie to y'all and go, I haven't drank anything. I haven't drank sodas in 3 weeks. Straight up lying to you. And then I thought, no, this is about discipline. This is about making good choices. Judy, are you going to sit it out or are you going to dance? Those are your choices. Are you going to sit it out and drink the freaking Coke Peach Zero? Or no, it wasn't even a zero. It's straight up Coke Peach. Are you going to sit it out? Or are you going to dance? Those are your choices. So I didn't order crap. I just ordered my salad and went home and drank my water. Okay, my vodka. Okay, so like there you have choices in life. But being disciplined is so important. And oftentimes to keep yourself on track, you have to discipline yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to become a train wreck. Okay? You're going to become a train wreck. So that was my choice. I kid and say it's vodka because I used to call my Coke Zeros my protein shake. Okay? Because I'm a silly girl. Okay? So it makes me feel better if I drink vodka in the morning versus plain nasty water. Okay? I'd rather say it's vodka. Maybe it'll make me feel good. So if you follow me for the first time and I say, go grab your vodka, I am not talking about vodka. I'm talking about good H2O. Okay. Jackleg. I have no clue where jackleg came from. I call people a jackleg. It doesn't mean that I hate your guts. It doesn't mean that I'm putting you down. It doesn't mean I just call people a jackleg and a joker. I'm like, that jackleg. I don't know. What is a jackleg? I have no clue what a jackleg is. It just comes out of my mouth. I call people a jackleg and I call people a joker. That's another thing. I lost a follower because I called him a joker. Okay. I'm a silly girl. And so I'm like, you jackleg, what you doing? Or those jokers out there, oh my gosh, they're not minding me. I call everybody a jackleg and a joker. I don't know why. I'm a weirdo. I'm funny and I'm a weirdo. Okay. It's just what I do. This. Some people call this a curling iron. Some people call this a preaching stick. Okay. I have, I think, 5 preaching sticks. Okay, because I start when I go live in the mornings, I talk about mental health and I go to preaching. And one day it was me and Diane and Tammy, and we were on here. I had 3 people for about a year. And so I would begin to talk to Tammy and Diane, and I'd just start going, I'd be like curling my hair, and I'd start going like this. And I was like, what the heck? I'm like, how when you try to get your point across, you're like, let me tell you something, going, you jackleg. You ain't talking to me like, you know what I mean? And I just started curling my hair one day, and I started doing this. And I was like, what is this, a preaching stick? And I didn't mean to do this, but I literally just one day, I was talking to Tammy and Diane live, and I just started going like this, and I called it a preaching stick. So I call this my preaching stick. What else? Y'all help me. What slang words do I use? Those are the main things that I use. Let me put my watch on. So I'm just train wreck. I use train wreck. Everything's a train wreck. Okay. I don't know where it came from. I just call things a train wreck. And it's funny because y'all pick up on my slang. And then the next thing you know, you're talking to your family, and you're like, I'm a train wreck. And they're like, that's what Aunt Judy says. You can't say train wreck. You sound like Aunt Judy, but like, it's just contagious. I don't know. So yes, I say train wreck. I don't know why. Struggle bus. So I don't know where that came from. So I struggle with depression, anxiety, and stuff like that. I have my whole life. And I have been through a lot of changes in my life, a lot of recovery. So I say, like when I get up in the mornings, I get on the struggle bus, meaning that I allow myself to get, I allow myself to worry. I allow myself to think negative. I allow myself to second guess everything that I say. I don't know if y'all are like that, but like when you're a people pleaser and you say something to people and you're like, and they don't respond. Oh God, I made them mad. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have said that. Now they're not responding to me. Oh my gosh, I've made them mad. That anxiety, worrying about everything that you say and do. That's me. I win the award. I worry about everything that I say, everything that I do. So I call myself getting on the struggle bus. And then Karen fan, I haven't seen her on here a while, but she one day said that she's trying to get on the double Dutch bus. And so I talk about getting off the struggle bus and getting on the double Dutch bus, because the double Dutch bus is a song. The double Dutch bus coming down the street. It's an old song that I used to play when I was a kid. So when Karen said that, I was like, oh my gosh, Karen, I love that saying. Get off the struggle bus and get on the double Dutch bus. So we talk about that in the mornings, because I try to get people off the struggle bus and get them on the double Dutch bus. And in return, it helps me. We help each other. So I say that. I saw something else that y'all said. Hang on. I think it was Becky that said it. Backup dancers. Okay, thank you, Becky. So I call my followers or my subscribers my backup dancers, because in my life, from the time I was like 4 years old, I was in dance. Mom had me in dance. Mom had me performing on stage. In first grade, I was in the Gong Show, and love will keep us together. Tony Antonio, that song. I was on stage at 5 years old in a Gong Show singing Love Will and dancing to Love Will Keep Us Together. I have been on stage and danced my entire life. Could not sing worth a flip. Wished I could. But my dream was to live in the middle of New York and dance on Broadway. I wanted to do something with dancing. I even thought about owning my own dance studio. Like those visions were allowed. But I don't know why my parents, I don't know about your parents, but like my parents never really set me down and talked about college or talked about my future. Like, I don't know why. We lived in the present. So I was to make good grades today. Like, they didn't talk about, like, Judy, when you graduate high school, what are you going to do? Like, no one set me down and like had those discussions with me. So, like, even though it was funny because when I came out and said that my dream was to live in someone interviewed me years ago, and I was in a magazine, and I said my dream was to live in the middle of New York and dance on Broadway. My stepmother has been my stepmother my entire life. Like, I think I was like 6 years old when she became my stepmom. And she said, I never knew you wanted to live in New York and dance on Broadway because you never asked. Y'all never set me down and said, what do you want to do with your life? Let me help you get there. No one ever did that. No one said, Judy, you need to go to college. Judy, why aren't you going to college? I literally graduated high school and was lost. You know how a lot of high school kids, like, that they're not really, like, I was kind of a ABC student. I wasn't a straight A B honor roll student. I wasn't. I always failed conduct. I made F's in conduct when I was in elementary school. And I can remember trying to make it a C. I could never make a C in conduct. I always failed. But I never was the smart girl. I was the girl that had to study like crazy and have tutors. That was me. So I never had a path, but I dreamed of always dancing, owning my own studio, dancing in Nutcracker, like, dancing with Janet Jackson, like backup dancer. Like, I always dreamt of that. But no one ever guided me to go, you can do whatever you set your mind to, Judy. What do you need? Let's go get you training. Okay, you want to be Janet Jackson's backup dancer? Well, let's go figure out what you've got to do to audition. No one did that. When I had kids, I constantly did that. What do you want to do? Like Vanson, he was in 6th grade, my youngest son, and he was like, I want to be a marine biologist. I had him in marine biology summer camps. I had him going to Florida, being a marine biologist. I went and talked to the science teacher about and then he changed his career and was like, I don't want to be a marine biologist anymore, Mom. I want to, I want to be in theater. Okay. I sent him to New York City when he was in high school to a theater camp to learn how to be on stage, how to audition, all those things. I had him, I just made sure that I gave him the most education so that I was trying to set him up for success. Corbin, my oldest son, he knew what he wanted to do from day one. He wanted to be a welder from the time he entered high school. And I said, okay, let's figure out what you've got to do to be in welding. Let's get you in the trade shop. I forgot what it was called. Tech school. Let's get you in tech school. Let's get with you with the best people that can teach you to weld. He went to all these competitions to get his scholarship for his welding school. Like, I, as a parent, because I didn't have that. I didn't have that with my parents. I don't know why my parents never talked to me about it, but that was my dream, was to live in the middle of New York and dance on Broadway. And I did not make it. I'm in Coleman, Alabama in overalls with a farm. So I teach people how I became where I am today. Okay. And there was a time in my life where I was very depressed, tried to kill myself, in a dark place. And I talked to people about how I got to where I am today. Well, backup dancers came in play because where I dreamt of living in the middle of New York and dancing on Broadway, on YouTube, you can pull up where your followers come from, their age group, all that, what country they live in. You can pull up all that. You can't do that on Facebook, but you can do that on YouTube. When I go, one day I was just trying to figure out Jason and Brooke held my hand to get me on YouTube. I didn't know what I was doing. So I was in there just clicking one day, and I saw that the city that follows me most is New York. And I started bawling because I was like, I am dancing in the middle of New York without physically being in New York. I'm on people's TVs, I'm on people's cell phones, and I teach people to dance, meaning not physically dance. Like, I don't get on here and show you how to do an 8 count or a 32 count. I teach you to be the best version of yourself. And in return, you're dancing. Okay? Dancing is contagious. A smile is contagious. Being Debbie Downer is not contagious. It is like it consumes you. And people, I guess it is contagious because if you're around a Debbie Downer, you're going to be a Debbie Downer. But I teach people how to dance, meaning being the best version of yourself. So I call my followers my backup dancers. So that's where that came from. Am I leaving anything out? Um, I guess, is that all? Christina, when you said you told your mom you wanted to be a vet and she said you wasn't smart enough, I can remember in high school, I talked about the protein drink. I called the protein drink, I used to call my Coke Zero the protein drink. I can remember my mother was overweight. I wanted to talk about this. Okay, a picture of me doing that on my live. I want to talk about weight, and I want to talk about my struggles and hopes to hold your hand and help you. Coke Zeros don't consume me. Depression does not consume me anymore. But what consumes this brain of mine every day, all day long, I can't get it out of my head. You know how you have something stuck in your head on repeat all the time? That would be my weight. It consumes me. I have been to rehab over eating disorders. I literally was in the hospital on dialysis from an eating disorder. Like, you would think being on dialysis, almost dying, having a tube down your throat, all these things, you would think that would stop the eating disorder. You know how sometimes, like, say that you have a loved one that's an addict, they're a drug addict, and you're like, if they could just go to jail and hit rock bottom, and you find yourself, dear Heavenly Father, please just arrest him, get him put in jail so that he will stop doing drugs, bring him to conviction. You're praying, just go to jail. Just go to jail. If he would just go to jail, he'll hit rock bottom. I can remember praying for my loved one that was in addiction. I would be so mean with my prayer. I mean, dear Heavenly Father, every time he puts that in his mouth, make him vomit. Make him vomit. Just make him where he hates the drug. I can remember praying like that when I had a loved one on drugs. And when that loved one went to rehab, I found out he threw up every day. And I was like, you threw up every day? That's my fault. It's my fault. Because my prayer every single day was to make him vomit. Because I thought if he vomited, he would stop. You see how I was playing the role of God? Because I thought, because when I vomit, like if I was talking to Kayla, like when I was a little girl, I ate pizza one time and got food poison, and I would not eat pizza ever when I was a kid because I vomited it and it made me sick. And I never wanted to eat it again. So in my head, I thought if he vomited every single day, when he put that drug in his mouth or smoked it or whatever he did with it, I thought it would make him stop. And so I was basically asking for God to make him stop, but I was telling God what I wanted him to do to stop because I thought if he threw up every day, it would stop it. And when I found out he threw up every day and it wasn't stopping him, I was like, oh, shoot, that's my fault. I was used to pray for that. And you know how you pray for your loved one to go to jail? Okay, if you just go to jail, he'll change. That'll be rock bottom. And then they go to jail and you're like, it didn't work. Okay, that would be me when it comes to an eating disorder. I've had all the red flags and it's changed. It's changed me from starving myself because my eating disorder would go from gorging myself to starving myself. And there was no control. And basically, it didn't stop. I went to rehab and I was on dialysis, like you would think dialysis, and it stopped. It stopped me from doing that. I still sometimes gorge myself, but I don't starve myself anymore because starving myself got me to dialysis. So I have not actually starved myself since dialysis, but it didn't fix my brain. It fixed the impulse, but it doesn't fix this brain of mine. And my brain, oh my gosh, my brain beats myself up. Like if I have a sugar craving and I'm like, okay, don't do it. Don't do it. You know how you're like, oh God, don't do it. It's like the devil and Jesus right here. Judy, be strong. Go do it. Go do it. Judy, be strong. Judy, go eat that cupcake. Judy, be strong. You know, it's like you're in a battle with God and the devil on your shoulder. You know what I'm talking about? And so, like, if I give in to the temptation and eat the cupcake, then as soon as I eat the cupcake, okay, I can't eat one. I eat like 4 cupcakes. And then I'm like, I'm so fat. Oh my God, I can't control myself. Oh God, I'm just a fat butt. I feel my face is this big. My stomach is, and it just consumes me. And it's every day, all day long. And listen, let me show you. I started this Facebook page about Judy's journey to, I don't even know the name of it. Judy's journey to better health. Okay, I don't go on this page anymore, really. I don't know how to get to it. How do I get to it? If you're on Facebook, I want you to go, oh, here it is. Okay, this is it. Judy's journey to better health. I started this page because I was determined to get better with that brain process that I have that beats myself up 24/7 over the way I look and my weight. I was like, and at this time when I created this page, I was in that picture doing this. I was rock hard. I had lost all this weight. But if you go to this page, you're going to see my yo-yo dieting. You're going to see me. Let me just show you. I sent it to Kayla. This is me. Okay. And when you go to that page, you're going to see this. This is me. I go from like chunky. Look, this is me. It's constant. It's like skinny, fat, skinny, fat, skinny. Now, I never just get totally obese. But it's like skinny, fat, skinny, fat. And when I created this page, I was really healthy. I was like skinny and I was working out with weights. And I was like, I was going to try to help other people with their whole weight loss journey and being strong. This is me. And then this is me. you don't know what you're going to get. You're either going to get like looking like I'm anorexic to chubby. It's just, I'm all over the place and I hate it. I literally hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So, this is the deal. This page, I have not posted on this page in 400 years. Let's see when the last time I posted. October the 30th, 2020 is the last time I posted on this page. So I'm going to tell you this. I don't want to talk about weight loss really, and I'll talk about it in the morning. And I'll talk about. I'm not going to say weight loss. Let's take out weight loss. Let's talk about fixing our brain, not fixing the body, but fixing our brain. If you are Judy, and you fight in your head, cupcake, eat it, don't eat it, don't eat. If you're that person that is me, go to this page and let's start communicating. Judy's journey to a better health. Again, this page was, here it is, Judy's journey to better health. I have 100 followers. I'm not looking to grow this page. I want serious people that are just like me. They go, and you did it. I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it. Eat it. I'm going to, crap, I ate 4. If you're that person that is just like me and I need help, go to this page and like it. Go follow it. Okay. And I'm not posting all the time on this page. I'm not. But I am going to talk about my struggles on this page. Okay. I am. And when you go to this page, there's not a lot of posts on it, but if you scroll up, you're going to see my battle. Skinny, fat, skinny, fat, skinny, fat. I can't get it together. I cannot get it together. And it's not that it's on Facebook. It's not that maybe I should create a YouTube. It's not that I do want to be skinny. I'm not going to lie. I do. I want to be skinny. I want to change this. I want to change this brain of mine, because even when I'm skinny, I'm still jacked up in the freaking head. It's like I'm this big around and I still is the weight battle is in my head. It doesn't go away whether I'm skinny or fat. It's there. It's not going away. And I can't get it to go away. I have been to counseling. I have been to rehab. I've been to outpatient. And it still just consumes me. So I just thought I would revisit that page. I don't want to really concentrate on weight loss and stuff on this page. I will talk about it in the morning on the lives, but I'm not about to post pictures, before and after pictures on a farm page. That's not what my page is about. But if you need your hand held like me, you can go to that page and maybe together we can change our thought process. Okay. I turned my curling on this morning, did not curl my hair, and did not put a lick of makeup on because I preached the entire time. And sometimes that happens. Oh, the reason I get ready in the morning is because I am the only farm that I know that is open to the public and has it at my house. People on YouTube do not do that. People on Facebook, there might be petting zoos that go to you and stuff like that. And there are petting zoos where you come to your house, but they're not creators. When you're a creator and you have people pulling in your driveway at 10 o'clock, the only time you can go wait, let me back up. And you don't have a good Wi-Fi signal at your farm and you've tried, the only time you can go live is at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm busy. I'm trying to get ready because I got people pulling in the driveway at 10 o'clock. I have field trips coming. I have tours coming. So the only time I have time to get ready in the mornings is at 7 o'clock because I have to do farm chores before the people pull in the driveway. So from 7 to 8, I go live. At 8 o'clock, I go do farm chores and the people are pulling in the driveway. So I realize putting on makeup and getting ready has nothing to do with the farm. I am different. I'm not for every I'm not for everyone. I need the shirt that says I'm not for everyone. A lot of guys don't want to sit and watch me put on makeup. They want to hear me talk. Because the first thing people think when they see me live putting on makeup, they think that I'm selling makeup and they think it's girly. But if they gave me 30 days, they would realize it's not girly. I mean, I realize putting on makeup is girly, but I'm not sitting here going, this foundation is such a. If you go to Ulta and do that, I don't do that. I'm just a weirdo. Okay. So that's what it is. I do want to stop with one thing. Haley Bearden, which is a 16-year-old girl, and I have Noodle Brains. It's on YouTube. She wanted to do a YouTube page and she wanted to spread awareness about the stigmatism around medication with mental health. I told her I would help her. I would hold her hand and help her. And she's wanting to continue that to talk about mental health for her age group. Okay. So there's a 53-year-old girl and a 16-year-old girl giving their opinions about life. She gave me this little, she started using this because her psychiatrist said this. I got it on Amazon. Okay. I had never even heard of this. Okay. Never. Celtic salt. Okay. It's got 82 minerals in it. Okay. I have been having the shakes as I am not on Coke Zero in the morning. I'm like this. I guess it's withdrawals. So the other day I got it in the mail and I sprinkle a little bit in my hand. Kayla said I can do it multiple times a day. It tastes like straight up salt because it is. I put it in my mouth and I'm going to tell you something. I'm glad her psychiatrist said to get this. Because when I start having the shakes from sugar withdrawal or caffeine withdrawal or something like that, this gives me the sodium and the minerals, the magnesium, potassium, all these things. There's 82 minerals in this. This is like taking a vitamin, but it's better than taking a vitamin. It was not expensive. You got to drink it with water because it straight up tastes like you're gargling it with salt water. I'm just telling you, it helps with regulation of your blood flow. It helps with blood pressure. It helps with your brain, Becky said. It helps with your electrolytes. It helps with everything. So if you're looking to trying to be healthier and a better version of yourself, I do not make any money off this product, so I'm not trying to push it to make money. But this Celtic salt, I've been doing it for a couple of days, and I have to tell you that I feel a lot better. It has given me energy, which seems weird to me. Yeah, you do have to drink water. I feel better, but drinking nothing but water, I feel like all my electrolytes are getting flushed out. You use the bathroom a lot when you drink a lot of water. And I feel like I need this supplement because I am drinking a lot of water, because this also helps you with hydration when you drink water and have the Celtic salt. So if you're looking for minerals and to feel better, this is it. All right, guys. I've been long-winded today. I love you. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You know why it's going to be okay? Because we have 117 backup dancers to hold your hand. You're not alone. Whatever you're going through, you're not alone. Chances are me or Kayla has been through it. Okay? And I want you to know that I care. I don't have Sneeze Farmhouse to get rich, to make money, to what she say, rob people. That is not my heart. My heart and my desire is to teach people to be the best version of themselves. That is what God has me here. He gave me a farm to use it as a tool to teach people that they're going to be okay. So let me just tell you, in life, you have choices. Okay. You can sit it out and drink the peach Coke or eat the 14 cupcakes. Sit it out. And if you do sit it out, it's okay. Just don't keep sitting it out. That's where you find yourself in trouble when you continue to keep sitting it out. But when you dance, it's going to give you confidence to keep being stronger. And when you tell people about your testimony and you're not quiet about it, when you open your mouth and try to make a difference, that's when you dance. I'll see y'all Wednesday. Love you. Bye.